Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nova Open Charitable Foundation fundraiser. This is the wonderful summer raffle. My name is Adam Camilleri. I'm joined by the incredible Tanya Gates. How you doing? Welcome to this wonderful fundraising program.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Adam. How's it going?
We are sans our illustrious leader, the wonderful Paul Murphy. He is in transit to his hotel room where he'll be joining us at some point throughout the stream. We'll be going for the next hour or so, bringing you incredible coverage of the winners, who's won some of the phenomenal prizes, where all your money and support is going, some incredible interviews with the painters, the artists, the creators of these fantastic pieces that have been donated to these wonderful charities. But I am remiss. There is one more illustrious gentleman joining us, Mr. Joshua Diffie. Hello, mate. Welcome to the show as well.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending when you're where you're from.
Exactly right. For Diffie and I, it is our Thursday morning in the wee hours before we're starting our day jobs. For Tanya, what time is it there?
It is 2:38 p.m.
And for Paul, he's lost in the warp. So literally, the Jello field is just holding. He'll be with us when he can.
I love the picture that we chose to represent our leader while he's gone, by the way.
We dug through a plethora of options, and this is the one we all decided upon. Just the right amount of awkwardness, just the right amount of Paul, like echoing the personality of the man himself. Couldn't have been more spot on. But is this the third or fourth one of these that we've done for the wonderful Nova Open Charitable Foundation?
I think it's fourth.
Yeah, so every year,
I think it's third for
sometimes twice a year, Nova run a phenomenal raffle production with incredible artists contributing works at their own expense for the purposes of, not only increasing their brand, but also raising funds for phenomenal charities for the purposes of just donating, doing something altruistic and fantastic for our community, and showing that we can be a force for good in the world. Us hobbyists, us nerds, us geeks. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of, which I'm very honored to be involved with every year. And we always do this shindig at the end to show you what's happened, who's won, who's lost, what things you could have got, and build some hype for the next one coming right up. Tanya, what does this show mean to you? What has being part of it done for your own experiences?
Well, for me, I really enjoy being a part of this because I feel like the Nova Open Charitable Foundation is a legendary initiative within our hobby. It's run by some real life Warhammer heroes, and the charities that they support every year are three incredible charities, and I like that they sort of take a look at three completely different aspects that need our support. So one of the charities is the Fisher House Foundation. And that one to me, I think is really close to home because I actually have a lot of veteran friends who need a little bit of extra care when they come home. So that one for me is close to my heart. But then again, Doctors Without Borders is doing amazing work, especially in our I don't even feel like saying post-pandemic world because I don't think that we're quite there yet, but they're still doing amazing work helping people who need a little bit of extra medical care. And of course, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation is also doing incredible work in eradicating cancer, and hopefully we'll get there soon.
Diffie, how about yourself?
Well, as those who have seen me in the previous streams know, I mean, the Breast Cancer Foundation is quite close to heart for myself. My first stepmother unfortunately lost her battle with breast cancer, and my current stepmother is currently just kicked its but I just had to make sure I censored myself there for a second, which was super exciting. So this year has been a bit rough for the fam, but kicked butt. So yeah, and you know, it's great to see. You know, I say it every year. It is really great to see the community really get behind these charities because they do great work, and you know, everyone pretty much has someone who's touched by tragedy or trials in their life, and it's good to see, yeah, people getting behind it.
Yeah, exactly right. And one of the incredible stats or incredible figures that will be reached with this raffle's contributions is a total of $600,000 having been donated and raised through initiatives from the Charitable Foundation for these causes as of right now. So congratulations to everybody, and thank you to everybody who has donated thus far. We're going to tee up the first portion of our fantastic video and our interviews with some of our beautiful creators, and we're going to kick that off for you. And hopefully, when we come back, we will have the wonderful TPM in tow, and we will charge on through the rest of this content for you guys. Thank you to all 65 people watching at home, and possibly more on different aggregates. Give us a shout out. I'd love to give you guys a shout out when we come back, and thank you all for contributing. What are you hoping to win? What were the things you looked at and saw and went, wow, upon the contributions from the artists? We would love to give you guys some time of day as well, because we're here because of you guys and for you guys. So let's tee up that video, and we'll be right back soon, guys.
And we're back from outer space.
And we are back. Congratulations to anybody and everybody who may have won something there. There was it was about 5 or 6 winners just rolled past. The Wolfen unit going up first. That was very well executed, paint-wise. Some shout-outs in chat. Captain Andrew, Big Hype, Almost Zab, Raytheist, or I shouldn't be doing this, by the way. I'm
no, I am enjoying every second of this. Continue.
Sano 201 and Osborne Art Studio. Osborne Art Studio. There we go. Hey, I did good.
And big shout out to Bradley Seeley from I'm assuming New York, United States. Did he get 2 wins? 2 wins? I think Bradley.
Yeah, I think he did.
Bradley got the Mechanical Cleric and the Lord of Virulence. And yeah, that's super exciting.
That is super exciting. If you are ever in the chat when you've won something, please shout it out and make sure we know about it, because I want to know what you plan to do with it. Do you have a spot cleared aside on your hobby desk, like, or in your display cabinet? Just like push all the other stuff out the window and you get a nice little chuck it down there. I've won something this raffle. Have you guys won anything before?
No. What did you win?
I won was it the Gloomspite Gits had a Warcry band, all the little squig hoppers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, but it wasn't going to do me any joy. So I actually donated it to my local FLGS, and I got sent some pictures of some kids playing with it, getting their first games of Warcry in that little set. And heart swelled with joy. So, I think I bought 3 tickets. So it's like $15 US. I won that, and then vicariously it caused some kids some joy down the line. So a beautiful story there for myself.
What a double down on the goodwill. It's like,
I know.
Here's a donation, and by the way, also here's being awesome.
I could not have scripted it better. Well, it could have just sat in my pile of shame, and done nothing forever. So I figured it'd do something with it. What would you do, Tanya, if you won something? Yeah.
Well, I would probably. So for me, I would probably put all of my tickets into something huge because I am not particularly good at painting large models. So I would probably clear off like a space on my cabinet so that everybody could walk in and feel um, jealous that I own something so beautiful. So that's probably what I would do with it.
Yeah, it's perfect. I have had that effect before because I've gone to other people's houses and you walk in, they've got like a Reaver Titan or a Warhound sitting in the front of their hobby room, and I'm like, bastard. trying to big shot me. There's one dude who had a Warhound Titan squashing a Mastodon, and I was like, oof, geez,
Nice.
no. Like the Mastodon had its roof caved in by the Warhound's foot, and I'm like, I could buy a car with that.
Especially in Australian dollary dues.
Exactly right, mate. Exactly right. Do you want to tee up the next? Have we got one of the interviews teed up, ready to go, or are we just announcing?
No, we do.
Who's the first one, Josh?
Oh man, you are putting me on the spot. L Fire Spray.
I did this interview and I absolutely love everything about Elle Fire Spray, and I feel like her and I are going to become good friends. So I hope everybody enjoys this interview.
Perfect timing, because I'm in a coughing fit. Let's jump in.
Really excited to talk to you about your entry for the Nova Open Charitable Foundation. And so I've been starting out these interviews by asking you to give us a little description about the piece that you painted.
Well, she was Jewback for Star Wars Legion, and I wanted to make something special and crazy. That's kind of how I paint my Jewbacks. I just love Jewbacks. And so when I wanted to make something that, something cool, so I created like this kind of magical, mystical looking Jewback that had like rhinestones in it, and the belly was all like space, like the sky at night. I don't know. I went wild with my imagination on that one, and it turned out really, really nice. I was really proud of it. I worked on new things for the base as well, and I thought it was I don't know, whoever will get it will be really lucky. That's what I thought. But yeah, things happened.
Yeah. So did you want to talk about what happened to your miniature?
Sure. Yes, it was very unfortunate, but it was kind of funny because I was going to Gen Con and I wanted to finish this before my trip there. And so I finished it, I sent it early in July, and I went to Gen Con and sent out, the tracking info. And then, Nova contacts me after Gen Con, and they're like, they're so nice. They're the nicest people, okay? And they're like, that's so great that you had so much fun at Gen Con. Is there any chance you can send the miniature now? And I'm like, I already sent it. And we looked up the tracking, and he said it had been delivered already July 20th. So 2 weeks before Gen Con. And because he's like, yeah, the photographer didn't receive it. And I'm like, what? So they just started a claim on it with a postal service, and yeah, it was delivered. It was just left at the porch, and I don't know. I think porch pirates just did the rest because it was never found. It never came back to me. Like if it had gotten lost, it will come back to my address, but no, he said like it was delivered, it was left there, but the photographer never got it. So that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts that you would like to give to the viewers?
Well, thank you so much for watching and for being here. I'm really excited to continue growing and be a part of the mini painting community, board gaming community. And there's room here for everyone. I just want to make that clear. And it's a very amazing community, amazing people, amazing companies that, there's a place here for everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
And we're back.
Isn't she just the sweetest? I really, really enjoyed that interview.
She is pretty amazing and
Yeah.
a fantastic artist. And yeah, wow, blown away.
Impressive work.
Yeah, extremely impressive work. I wonder who's going to win that piece. I do. Star Wars Legion is just churning away, like in the back of my head. I know so many people who are playing it now, who are getting involved in it. It's really cool.
I'm probably like this close to picking it up as well because I've heard that the rules are really close to Marvel Crisis Protocol. So,
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Well, maybe
I'm
we'll
gonna
see.
buy in, I guess.
Well, and it's really cool that the Nova Open is the Nova Charitable Foundation is kind of a reflection of that. Like I've seen the first couple we did was pretty much just G-Dub and Citadel miniatures, and like there were some other bits and pieces here and there. Like I think we had some Mantic miniatures. We had some other games. I think it was some Reaper miniatures. And now every year by year, I'm seeing more of other games represented and more box set games as well, like single box set games, like the Blackstone Fortress one we have coming up in probably a couple of minutes. But yeah, man, blown away. And also, like, I do love that Nova always goes and gets like that Keystone flagship prize. Like, it's always like a Warhound Titan or something of that level. Have you guys checked out this year's one?
It
Yes.
is
Yes, I
impressive.
Ad Melioria. Ad Melioria. It is phenomenal. Oh man, it's just what some of these artists can do with like 4 colors. Just it destroys my mind. Absolutely cooks my brain thinking that they could be that talented. What was it? The Old Spice ad? Look at your man, look back at me, look back at me.
And now I'm on a horse. Yes.
It's really what it feels like sometimes, doesn't it?
Or the Simpsons episode where Homer tries to build a barbecue. And he holds up the instructions, and it looks like he's looking at his barbecue, and then he screams, "Why doesn't mine look like that?" Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just floored by the level of quality, and it seems like, but no besmirching previous years, but year by year, it just gets better and better. I don't know if it's my brain just being more and more impressed by how phenomenal some of these artists churn out high level pieces year by year, but it just feels like they're just going from strength to strength. So absolutely phenomenal.
I will say, being able to do these interviews to actually talk to some of the artists, I really took the opportunity to sort of get to know their process and sort of to make myself feel a little bit better about some of the weaknesses in my process. I did ask a few of them if they had any like difficulties with the projects and things like that. So if you want to hear the answers to those questions and how they overcome them, then make sure to head over. When do those videos go live? The full videos? They go up on the website soon.
Soon.
I'm not sure. Soon.
Yeah,
Head over to the website and watch the entire interviews because they give some amazing insight into how they achieve what they do in such actually a short amount of time.
It's spot on. Black Sword Adam, I still use the Underworld models I won here a few years ago. That's what we'd love to hear, mate.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We got another video teed up and ready to roll because we might as well jump straight in. Hopefully,
With some more
wonderful
winners.
Paul Murphy will be joining us sooner. Yeah,
We've got
let's
some
go
more
for
winners. Let's bring them up. And we're back.
And we are back with the lovely Paul Murphy joining us.
That's not better.
We are a professional outfit, if nothing else.
Our illustrious
Paul.
leader.
That's better.
Yeah, it is.
Hi,
Is it
Paul.
better?
How you doing?
Yeah,
It is better.
we're live.
We are live.
Oh.
We are back. Hey, brother.
What's up, everybody? I was trying to get the light right. So happy to be here.
On your world-globing, jet-setting adventures, the wonderful Paul Murphy back with us for, dude, the 4th or 5th time?
Yeah, it is. I mean, how cool is it to be able to look at these amazing models, talk about the winners and stuff? What have I missed? Catch me up if you can.
So we just saw the Duncan Rhodes Dragon. We just saw a couple of the box sets, and what the 2 pieces I was after, the 2 Black Templar pieces, the wonderful Thunderhawk gunship and kill, and what? Oh, sorry, also the what was the kill team? The Primaris kill team. I can't remember the name of the chapter, but they were a beautiful bone grey white, and it was so impressively put together. There's another piece that I was after that I missed. So here we are.
I think there was a couple of second time winners going around again there as well. So I think we've got a few people.
Yeah, double up winners. Some people in the chat hanging out, fingers crossed, seeing if they're going to pull down their chosen prize this time around. I love seeing people, like, year by year coming back, chucking some dollars our way, supporting some phenomenal charities, and hopefully walking away with some phenomenal prizes.
That's the coolest thing is somebody wins them. Like, each and every time they do this, somebody comes away with some amazing stuff.
I mean, well, somebody is. Tanya?
I just wanted to say that, like, if you want to support the charities, you don't necessarily have to wait to buy raffle tickets. You can donate to the charity all throughout the year as well. There's a big old donate button on the webpage. You just hit that and you can donate money that way. It's the easiest way, and you don't have to wait for the raffles to go live to help support great causes.
Ogrekin, been supporting for 5 years now, but have yet to win anything. I'm sure your time will come around, my dude.
What's
but
the
yeah,
strategy,
thank you
though?
so
Like,
much.
what is the strategy? Sprinkle them around? You get a few tickets here and there. You try to put, all the tickets towards one thing. Adam, you've actually won one of these before. I don't know if you mentioned that.
So it's I did mention it before, but yeah, the way I did it was I picked 2 things and I got like 10 tickets on each, and then I sprinkled on a bunch of things that I liked. So it was big purchase on the ones I want to win, and then just one here, one there, everywhere. Yeah. And you can continue to donate, like Tanya said. It will go to the totals for this raffle. In addition, I can't remember if last time I did this, but this was a thought in my head. When I won something that I knew was worth a couple of $100 and I paid $5 for it, I went and chucked another couple of bucks on I wanted to go chuck another couple of bucks on the donation link because I felt like I'd gotten more than I gave, And if you feel the same way, maybe you will, echo the sentiment. And if you don't, so much the better. Good.
Also, something really cool to hear. Due to reduced expenses this year, the Nova Charitable Foundation was able to donate 100% of the raffle proceeds to the various charities. Normally, I think there's there's small, there's fees and yada yada yada. But 100% of it's going to the charities. So well spent.
Poli Sci-Guy obviously is a person of distinguished intelligence because they do exactly the same thing I do. When purchasing raffle tickets.
Seasoning. Season all of the different prizes.
Exactly right. What have we got teed up and ready to roll, my dude Diff?
That is a great question. I believe we've got the interview with Lynn Stoll next.
Let's jump.
Which I think we'll also see
always
the
impressive
winner
work
of Lynn Stoll's piece. So we'll jump on in.
I'm here today with Lynn Stoll. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Oh, excited to talk to you too, girl.
So, why don't you explain to the viewers what it is that you actually painted for the Nova Open Charitable Foundation this year?
Yep, I took part again in the group project for the armies. Usually for the Nova charity, there's 2 main armies that are painted and it's done in a group. And I took part in painting the Eldar. I did the 2 Eldar warlocks. I think it was the Warlock Farseers. I'm bad with names on the GW models. Don't come for me, okay? It's few that I know offhand, like Rabuti, everybody knows Bobby G, right? But
That's
I'm
right.
talking about a lot of them for the most part. I'm so bad with names, but yes, I did the Warlock Fossies. It's the two of them. In the picture, they were towards the front. I'm actually very proud of the work I did on them, and I hope you guys, whoever wins them and gets to see them, I hope you guys enjoy them.
So they come to you, they give you the models, and they give you a paint scheme? Are you allowed to
Yeah,
interpret that in some way, or is it like very rigid?
well, I think for the most well with the armies, it's
Hmm.
definitely everybody comes together and kind of decides. I think we've been deciding together on a color scheme. I think it's usually like whatever's the current hotness and everything,
Yep.
like current to the game and whatever is
Yeah.
is whatever is what's on for. And then that's cool because that's easy going and stuff. And then they find the paint colors that most match and everything. They help you with that too. Like if you don't have a color, they make sure that you have it so that way everything's cohesive, at least as much as humanly possible with the models. And yeah, they do a very, very good job. Herrick Hobbies has been donating the models, at least they did for my army, like the Elder Army I was part of and like the other ones previous. And they're just, everybody comes together and is really, really good at doing whatever's needed to support, answer any questions that you have and everything in order to make sure that everything goes off as much as possible without a hitch.
Well, that seems like it's actually pretty streamlined. So
It
was
is.
all right. And was there any closing thoughts that you wanted to leave with the viewers today?
October 3rd, last day for the raffle, people. Let's make it happen. Let's win some awesome models. There's so many amazing artists that took part in this. Like, I mean, amazing artists. Like my stuff ain't shit compared to like some of what you're gonna see there with the knights and everything and the titans and everything. It's just amazing, amazing work. So please, 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 if you can help, if you can give, buy a ticket. If not for you, someone else or something for a gift. Christmas is coming, right? You can get ahead on Christmas shopping. Here, I got you this $5,000 Titan painted model for like what 20 to $100 or whatever worth of raffle tickets. I mean, it's not a bad deal. So go for it. Do it. Take a chance.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, congratulations, Matthew, for picking up that amazing prize. Every year,
spectacular.
every year there's like one big sort of army group project. Paul, you want to tell us a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, so typically there's like a quarterback. One of the artists is the quarterback, or the foundation is the quarterback, and they kind of allow other artists to contribute either units or pieces of the army or what have you, all within a pre-planned color scheme and basing scheme and everything else to kind of form a really nice army giveaway for the raffle here for the folks who bought tickets. And so it's one of the chase items from each and every one of the foundation years. They do this a couple times a year. It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
And it's a really great way for some of these studios to handle the burden of contributing something to the charitable foundation while not, tanking the business. Everybody does a couple of hours here or there, contributes some portion of the work. You'll feel like you've contributed to something altruistic and beautiful, but nobody's like losing sleep doing something that's not, contributing to keeping the dollars and figures churning over.
Many hands make light work. That's kind of what
Exactly
it is.
right.
And then they come, use their talents and their time, which we're so thankful for, to produce something truly amazing. And these are the things, like some of these pieces that you win here are stuff that you would never have yourself, unless you'd had something like this existed and everyone coming together to support these causes, and then keeping this going. I mean, so those were spectacular. And we've seen, for the time that we've been a part of this for the last couple of years, just seen just amazing work from Lynn in that studio.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that set was two armies. I looked at it and I was just like, oh, that's a really nice Eldar army. And then the turntable went the other way. And I was like, holy crap, that's just a whole second half. Yeah.
It's super impressive to see the multiple artists, like even people who work closely together, or like it's very hard to be that cohesive. And it's super impressive to see these armies where they've all chosen they've chosen a color scheme. They've all worked together to get to get it all looking like one army, rather than looking like I just went out and bought 3 different Imperial Fist units from 3 different artists, and they, different yellows and stuff. Like, it's all the same reds, and well done.
So there's definitely no dog's breakfast here. Shout out in chat to Invested Painting. Thank you so much for being willing to get involved, and hopefully we can shout out some of your work in the years to come.
I mean, I personally struggle to make my units cohesive, and I'm the one person.
We've all been there. Paul, I'm sure you've been there with some Mephiston reds just not having the right finish.
Over the years of painting, red, or any kind of color, is like you get one squad done, you're happy with it, but by the time you go into the next squad, there's something that you did a little bit different or whatever. You don't have to worry about with this. These artists got you covered. This charity has got you covered.
Beautiful. What do we got teed up next? We got some more winners, or we got another interview?
We've got both. We have the interview with Simon from Castlebrush Studios with the Blackstone Fortress box set.
Oh, check this out, guys. This is a hell of a lot of work from an incredible group of people, and a bit close to home for these guys. One of the major fundraising portions of the charities for the upcoming, I'm not sure how much of it of this one, but there is some lent here to the conflict unfolding in Ukraine and supporting people therein. So by all means, if that is a cause close to your heart, definitely these guys will be part of that too. So let's jump in. Castlebrush, let's hear all about it.
We'll see you soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this very special interview with Castlebrush Studios. The wonderful Simon, is it Jiskevsky?
Wisniewski.
Fair
yes,
enough.
Yes.
I got it pretty close. He only told me what his surname was like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Doing what I can.
Polish marks.
Fair enough. Well, dude, welcome. Thank you very much for your awesome submit. Please tell us about what you submitted and how you got involved with the Nova Charitable Foundation.
So we submitted for this year's raffles a full set of Blackstone Fortress miniature game. It's a whopping set of 44 miniatures, all unique sculpts with a lot of character. Game behind it is pretty neat, if I do say so myself. Well, we bought this kit at the beginning of our painting journey as a studio. It was fall or winter 2018, I believe.
Yep.
And at the time, we didn't have a lot of commissions incoming since we were new to the market, and no one really knew anything about our painting skills. And this set was just perfect to show what we can do with different miniatures and different factions, we were capable of delivering large army commissions while maintaining high quality paint jobs through the entire commission.
Perfect choice. I mean, Black Fortress has Krut Aldari models. It has Chaos models, Imperial models. Perfect to showcase what you and your studio can do. What in particular, if people were looking at this online, we may have the lovely pictures of your submission for the Nova Charitable Foundation up on the screen right now. Which miniatures are you most proud of as a studio?
Well, this is quite a difficult question because all of us, we are a group of 5 friends. We have Marta, Natalia, Robert, and myself. And each of us painted something for him or herself. So I was responsible for the Chaos Legionaries and some of the Chaos creatures.
Fantastic.
So I'd say I love the Malek's Lord. And I was able to paint a freehand on his glove, so this was definitely great. I know that Rob is especially proud of Krut Tracker.
I'm looking at it right now. It's very good.
Yeah, I mean the patterning on the cloak is just perfect, and the green skin is
the face detail is phenomenal.
Yes. Natalia really enjoyed painting the Zealot, the girl with the flamer.
Yep.
And Imperial Robot was made by Marta, and it just looks awesome. The other Rob definitely holds some love for the Ur girls, I believe.
How many hours do you think went into painting your submission?
I'd say around 200.
Exactly right.
250 maybe.
Get involved. Thank you so much again, Simon, for coming on, mate.
Thank you, Adam, for having me, and have a great day.
And we're back.
And we are back. Congratulations to Christopher for winning the phenomenal Blackstone Fortress set. And thank you so much for Casual Brush Studio for being involved. Fantastic group of people.
How amazing is it that you can buy one ticket and then have everything that you need to play the game? It's already painted. You just open up the box and away you go. I just find that so awesome.
It's almost like this is a unique thing in the world for that. Like, there's nothing else. There's no. I don't think there's any other way to get a complete army instantly for like $5 in this game.
Like just a turnkey, just ready to go. You got game night sorted for the next 6 months.
Exactly right. We got some debates going in the chat about somebody wanting to win a second Titan. Actually, I'm not thinking it's a second Titan. They're working on a Titan, on a Wall of Titan right now, and they want to win this one so they can have 2 of them. I'm like, wow.
Are they going to try and paint to match?
I think that's a great aspiration, by the way. Who doesn't want that? I think that's absolutely awesome.
Or paint them not to match and then just have a giant, like, room-sized diorama of them going at it.
Yeah, for sure. Put some spikes on the other one.
Yeah.
Paint it in blacks.
But like, they have rules. You can actually fight each other.
Totally can. But does something happen? Does a couple of dings go off in your head when you just you level up in like achievements? Achievement comes over your head, like ding ding, Warlord Titan, achievement unlocked. And then and then a second one comes up. It's called It's Twins when you get your second one.
Congratulations, passing out cigars. Here you go. It's
yeah. It's a boy. Here you go.
I mean, it is the size of a small child.
It legitimately is like a medium-sized dog.
Yes.
Yeah, so good.
You could almost use like bigger brushes for people like me who aren't very good at painting. Get more paint coverage.
That's a great thing to bring up too. Is that these like some of these models are models that again you might struggle to get and complete on your own. So even the prize is really helping out the charitable organizations and the various causes and everything else. But you might come away with something that you would have never been able to put together. Some of these Forge World models are very difficult. Require some tools you might not have as part of your normal arsenal for hobbying, and then they don't come painted.
Yeah, spot on. I'd just like to reiterate something we said at the start. As of the closing of this raffle, $600,000 has been raised by this charitable foundation for the causes, and
since 2013.
Since 2013, we're just gonna call the cause because the march towards $1 million is on, and the sooner we get there, the sooner we can just begin the march to $2 million. So, everybody get into it, get on top of it. And are we doing twice a year? I'm not sure, but usually it's once to twice a year at a minimum.
Yep.
So jump in, get involved, stay involved, and continue to win some phenomenal stuff and be a positive member of this community as we do some altruistic and phenomenal work in raising money for these causes.
And the way that we're going to get to 1 million is by having artists from all around the world donate their time and talent to the organization. So, Paul, do you know exactly how artists can go about making a contact with the Nova Open Charitable
email
Foundation?
directly into the foundation. They're also on Twitter. They're also on Instagram, under the NOCF Foundation. You can find all that stuff, and then the website itself has all the links, including email contact information to get a hold of them and contact. And I know that you don't have to necessarily paint an army. You can paint an individual model. It doesn't necessarily have to be Warhammer related. It could be some other things that are just showcasing the talent you think people might like and might attract something to this foundation. Also, I believe the artists also get to choose which foundations the tickets go towards.
Yes.
So that's if there's a cause that is special and important to you, and you couldn't think of a better way, or to support it. And there are very few better ways than this, than putting something out, a piece of art. I love the way you said that, artist, Tanya, is because these are just gorgeous things of talent and time that equate into people being able to get recognition on things that are important to you, and also people getting dollars in to maybe win one of these things.
So by my reckoning, it's been 9 years, yeah, 2013 to 2022, 600,000. So if trends continue, somewhere around 2027, 28, we'd cross 1 million. Stuff that, guys. Let's knock that straight out of the park, home run it. A couple of years from now, 1 million will be done and in the bank, because I believe in this community and we can do amazing and incredible things together. We're just scrolling down, showing you guys all the phenomenal artists who've contributed. Yeah.
Yeah, these are all the artists over the years that have contributed. There is a very, very, very long list, which is fantastic. You can find this on the Nova Open Charitable Foundation website. Link is in the scrolly text as we go. But yeah, there's, excuse me, people have done multiple years.
Beautiful. And on that note, we might tee up a...
This is a very long list.
Did we lose Josh?
It's a very long list. I kind of have to do the whole lot now that I've started.
Yeah, you do. You do have to do a lot. And as soon as you're done there, we'll tee up the next of our phenomenal interviews. Then we'll announce some winners as well. But yeah, there is a lot.
I like seeing also the first donations, checking out the artist stuff. Like, even if you aren't in a position to donate anything for these years, when the raffles come up, go and check out the stuff and tell people about it, because spread the word. Other people might be able in a better position to put in some tickets.
That is always the thing too. If you're not in a place financially where you can go and buy tickets or just make a donation, sharing the charity throughout the year does basically the same amount of benefit to the foundation. So that is one easy way that you can actually help raise money for some amazing charities.
Absolutely right. Let's hit that next video, and we'll be right back with you soon.
I'm here today with the always fabulous Dr. Rhino. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Tanya?
I'm good. I'm excited to be talking to you about the Nova Open Charitable Foundation and the amazing army that you donated. It's an entire army.
It is. A full... at least as far as when I built it, the point values totaled to about 2,400 points on the nose of Gene Stealer Cult and Brood Brothers. The idea was that all of them were going to be based off of as best I could, off of the book descriptions of characters in Frank Herbert's Dune.
Oh.
So, like, Chani is the Kellermorph, and all of the Fremen are my Gene Stealers and my Neophyte hybrids, and and then taking inspiration from like the worm is described as being like gray skin, white teeth, and the inside of its mouth is orange from the spice. So I used those colors for like the Magus, because the Magus is the voice, the mouth of the Gene Stealer Cult. I got so artsy with it. So I used oranges, whites, and grays for that. The Sanctus was white.
So why did you want to get involved in this particular round of the Nova Open Charitable Foundation?
So I love charity. I mean, hell, I'm wearing a Save the Chubby Unicorns t-shirt, but I've always been involved with charitable things, especially once I really got involved with the painting community here on Twitch. I love to help where I can, and doing something like this, I'm already doing something I enjoy. And Nova is a great group of people doing really awesome work, and they make it really easy to help. So that really encourages me, like, oh, all I have to do is send you a thing. Okay.
And they do all the rest of the work.
they make my models look good. They make promo videos. They have it all set up on their website, and they just like ping me like, hey, by the way, this thing's live, so you could like post it on social media if you want. They make it super easy to donate, both as like a participant, like giving objects, but also as a person. Like, I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but I did buy tickets to try to win a Warlord Titan. Do I need one? Do I have the room for one? No, but I do want one.
I do want it. Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted that, and I think that's kind of how we all feel about a Warlord Titan. We just want it. Or maybe a Gene Stealer column. You're like, I want to start the army, but I don't want to paint it.
this is your
Oh, look,
opportunity.
there's one. It's done. Perfect.
Yeah.
I have good girls.
And is there anything else that you would like the viewers to know?
Donating to charity is easy. It makes you feel good, and Nova helps give you the chance to win some really cool stuff too. So there's no reason not to.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Look at that. And Joseph Muller winning that thing. That is impressive.
2,400 points of Gene Stealer called and Brew Brothers. Amazing.
Booyah.
That's no easy feat.
It's everything you'd need to get started, get cracking, and have some alterations in the competitive game. Let alone any other level you want to play at. In addition, did we just see the mini wargaming bunker go off as well? I didn't quite catch that name though.
We did. Sonny Fullen.
Congratulations! Like literally, you just got a holiday.
And also in the chat, folks watching or write in if you're watching after the fact. Let us know for the foundation, like what types of things you want to see in these raffles. Is it more single things, giant things? Is it more armies? Is it individual models, character models to lead the army? Those are the types of things that kind of help. Again, it's a bit of a feedback loop. So the artist, maybe get inspired to do something. The foundation has what you like to see when you come, and then it's kind of inspiration to get some of these raffles going.
I do want to say, as somebody who has spent time at Mini Wargaming before, the Mini Wargaming crew definitely takes care of you when you go there. So congratulations on winning that, because that is an incredible time.
It's a place I've always wanted to visit as well. So that's a really cool prize to win.
Such enthusiasm for the hobby, you can't not become just enamored with it. So cool that they're a part of this charity as well.
Splitted Brush Studio. Hello, everyone. Hello to you too. Welcome to the show. Sorry. All right. So we got one more video left, guys. Yeah, we're not going to go into it yet because we need to set the stage. This is the Warlord Titan. This is the flagship, the pillar upon which a lot of the Nova charity rotates, because it's the Warlord project. Yeah. What can you guys tell us about this initiative?
Well, I can tell you that it is painted by Dan Osborne, and
follow him on Instagram too. You can see the whole process about how he did it. Some of the techniques that he used. He's also a teacher for on some of the classes for the U.S. Open Series, and own thing. Really great guy to talk to.
Wow.
And he when he makes these Titans, because this is not the first one that he's actually done for Nova Open, but I just really enjoy that he names them and has like a little bit of backstory for them, and you could tell that these are projects that are really close to his heart, and he just is a champion for this foundation as far as I'm concerned.
What a legend. Like, what an absolute legend. You think about how many hours. I mean, he's probably got it down pat by now, but
yeah, just bash it out in 5 minutes. Yeah, be fine.
Just production line, just like smashing out Warlord Titans. This is a one of a kind, a beyond epic piece. Like full stop.
It's a classic color scheme, and I got to interview him about it, and he actually has a little bit of a story behind this color scheme, so I'm not sure if it'll make it into the interview that we're going to show, but if not, make sure to head over to the website as soon as those interviews go live to hear the full story about it.
Without further ado, let's hit it.
I'm here today with Dan Osborne. Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
You did, yes, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Of course, absolutely. I'm very excited.
Okay, so the first thing that I like to know from all of these amazing artists is tell us what it is that you have given to the Nova Open to charity to raffle off.
So I worked on Ad Maloria. It is the Warlord Titan, the centerpiece Titan. Took about 5 months. I've been working on this model, over 250 hours. It's the size of a toddler. It's enormous. It's like 30 pounds. Yeah, it's incredible.
That's a lot of resin.
It's a lot of resin. And you know what's odd is the Warlord, it's immense. It's huge. Like there's nothing larger than that. But the truth is, it's not that difficult of a hobby project. Like if you built any resin models, it's probably within your scope. It just doesn't end. It's hour upon hour and foot after foot of it's such a behemoth model that it presents a challenge unlike anything else. It was fun.
So, how did you decide that this was the? I mean, I don't even want to call it a miniature, but this was the project that you wanted to do for the charity.
Well, I've done actually several pieces for the Nova Open charity over the last decade, really, and it's kind of gotten bigger and more involved. And lately, I've been doing a lot of Knights, a lot of Titans, and so a couple years ago, I had expressed my interest to paint the Warlord, and very humbly, I accepted when they asked. And yeah, I just figured, it's kind of the penultimate Warhammer project. Like out of everything you can imagine doing, the Warlord is the biggest. It's the most recognizable. It's the best. And then to do it for charity, helping other people, supporting the people that need it, is really huge. In fact, I'd actually asked if they could add a fourth charity this year, which they did. It was Reach Out and Read, which is a children's literacy program. So really big and special to my heart. And yeah, just helping out other people. So I wanted to do the biggest thing I could to make the biggest effect.
And get the most raffle ticket sales, right?
Let's hope. Yes, I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not competitive. There's certainly a part of me that's like, I hope this is super successful.
Wait,
But
somebody
yeah,
somebody in Wargaming who's competitive?
yeah, right,
No. Yeah.
right. So when I built it, I really took like the extra steps. So every single piece is glued in with epoxy putty. There's over 8 feet of steel and brass rod. Like each toe has like 3.5 inches of rodding into every single piece. So it wasn't. It was a unique challenge, right? Typically, you're not putting that much into the build process. You can hold the model by its foot, and it won't budge. It won't move at all. So it was just a unique challenge. On top of trying to figure out how to transport this thing, because you can't just like put it in a figure case and there it goes. So when I built it, I very much had to imagine how was I going to pack it, and KR donated a giant, huge figure case. You could like fit a small adult into it. So it's magnetized at the waist. It's magnetized the shoulder guns, and also the arm guns. And the arm guns, I had to like actually cut a piece in half, put the magnets in, and then re-glue it all back together. So that was an exceptional challenge. Just mentally figuring out how do you get it so it'll ship, but also making a cool pose, because a lot of those big models are very static, right? They're very
Yes.
just like standing, and there's no movement at all.
Yeah.
So if you look at Admaloria, which is what I'd named the Warlord, it has like its legs are bent forward. It's got its fist forward. It's shooting. So that was a challenge to how do you pose it, but also how do you ship it later on.
So, is there anything else that you would like to let viewers know today?
I mean, buy tickets, share it, like it, smash the subscribe button, all that sort of thing. And then yeah, keep an eye out for conventions too. I taught at the Nova Open convention this last summer. I'll be teaching at it again next year, as well as others. And yeah, if you like this type of work, if it's something that you enjoy doing, then maybe you could do a piece as well and donate it, right? It all starts with the artist. It all starts with us doing something to contribute to other people. So I feel very strongly about that. And anybody who wants to do it, I encourage you to do so.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Cheers.
And we're back. Wow.
What a gentleman, and just the talent just dripping off that Titan.
We were back here in basically the green room going, wow,
Mhm.
whoa, look at it, so beautiful.
We didn't get the winner though, so it's.
Are you ready for a drum
Yeah,
roll?
let's roll that
Drum roll?
tape for the.
Wow. Congrats, Chris. That is.
Chris
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That is special. That
It
is.
is very special, and huge congratulations. I understand we have Osborne Studios in the chat, so hopefully it's going to a good place. And thank you so much for your amazing contributions.
Who knew you were a perfect size Warlord Titan? for all your special occasions.
Packing himself up in a box, getting shipped off to Chris Arnett's location.
Actually, KR Multicase donated the case that is
Oh.
actually going to allow that to be shipped safely to the winner.
That's huge, man.
That's a huge donation. Thank
that
you to KR Multicase.
Owning something like a Warlord Titan, it like transport, location, safety just lives rent free in the back of your head, being like, I can't break this, I can't mess it up, I can't take risks. That just takes so much of that out of your hands. That's fantastic. Thank you to
The
KR.
organization, the foundation, will ship anywhere in the world too. I'm sure y'all mentioned that or whatever, but this is truly a global campaign, a global cause. They will ship. You could buy raffle tickets from anywhere, any place in the world, and they will get stuff to you if you win.
Is a Warlord Titan the only model that you could put a seatbelt on in a car?
Yeah, probably.
Like you could
I
literally.
think I've seen one on a smaller Titan, but
Yeah,
it
I
wouldn't
want to
look
see
weird
it.
on the Warlord.
I want to see it on a plane, like in the little inner seat with like the lap belt on.
Yeah, I love that. That is pretty much all the content we had for you guys. We have a bunch of shout outs we would like to do before we wrap this one up. And once again, thank you so very, very much to everyone who's contributed. Congratulations to everybody who's won, and $600,000 has been raised as of today, as of sitting here right now, since 2013, by the incredible artists and contributors, and by you guys at home, by this phenomenal community. So I'm gonna hit a hand pass over to the wonderful Paul Murphy to give us a bit of a wrap up.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm in this shrouded cave, coming in here.
You look like
Very
a Bond villain.
Yes, that was the whole aesthetic we're going for here. A little mood lighting to set, to basically talk about, the awesome, the board for the Denver Open Charitable Foundation. They want to point out that that is not just one individual. It takes a whole village to get this done. There's coordination with the artist, the models, the tickets themselves, the charities, getting the things shipped out after the fact. It's awesome that we get to sit here and talk about it, but there's a lot of effort and work going on behind the stage there, and it also would not be possible without the artists. Only some of them we've highlighted with some of the videos and our mentions that we've seen and talked about today. But there's been plenty of artists over the years that they come back to it. That's why you want to come back and also see the website, what is available each and every time they do this, because you never know what's going to be. It's going to be awesome stuff. Sponsors like KR, Herrick Games, Mini Wargaming, the donate stuff outside of just the time and talent. It's still the resources that make this possible, to help gel everything together and make it the complete and total package. The hobby community, basically all y'all, the folks that have come and hung out in the chat, not just to see if you've won, but also see who won, and hang out with us. And the bulk of that, those dollars raised, of course, not during this because they're already closed, but the lead up to this and the share and support of that, it really is the community spirit that makes that happen. And we're just happy we get to come here and talk about it. And then Gary Gary Krieger in the background, also from the board, taking all the photos, doing all the shipping and receiving. Sean Fulton for the artist management. We talked about that stuff that goes out. I also does a lot of encouragement throughout the year to keep all this stuff moving. Absolutely awesome. And then thanks to you guys, Diff, we wouldn't even, we'd be staring or shouting into some cans and wires if you weren't there. And then Tanya and Adam, reaching out to the artist and, really hearing about what makes them tick over the course of this, the raffle and the things they prepared for this. Yeah, it's a pleasure to hang out with y'all and know y'all, and for us to do this wrap up, at least once a year.
And Paul, our fearless leader, thank you.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, always an honor, guys. And on that note, we will see you next time.
Adios.
Thanks, everybody.
Say your good nights.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.